Hello racing fans and a warm welcome to Trackside, proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best, bet with WSB. Well, it is a busy weekend for our sponsor, World Sports Betting, because it's the World Sports Betting South African Derby Day, of course, featuring the Wilgerbosdrift SA's Fillies Oaks, and you got the Wilgerbosdrift HS Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut Stakes amongst the three top features on the day. There's quality racing, there's other features on the day as well. It's a carryover to the Pick 6, which is race number 4, and that carryover is R1 million estimated pool. They're being conservative, around 5 million. High class action at Turffontein on Saturday, and then there is a good meeting also at Scottsville on Sunday, featuring the Bailey Turk and of course the Amzam Kulu Stakes as well. And there should be competitive racing with some quality fields as well on Sunday. But I mentioned it's a busy show. Well, we got our 4 to follow for the weekend, and then we'll do a Pick 6. It's a carryover, 5 million plus in that pool. Let's see how we go with the Pick 6 at Turffontein as well. So away we go with the 4 horses, and the first of our 4 horses, guys. And before we touch on the first 4, trust everybody's well, keeping good, had a wonderful week, and looking forward to this weekend. So away we go with those 4 horses. Our day will begin early. We're trying to bank some cash and maybe have some money to play for the exotics to come, and it'll be race number 1. And this is a maiden plate for fillies and mares over 1,400 meters, and Shikoku is her name. She used to be with Shane Humby in KZN, where she just had the one run. It was no show at big odds, unfancied in the betting, and she ran some way down the field. Of course, then she moved to Gauteng, changed stables, and her first run when she debuted for trainer Roy Magna, that was a very promising effort from her. She showed pace and speed over the 1,400 meter trip, and she just got tired in the latter stages of that race. She was beaten by the odds-on favorite called Belvard, trained by Joey Soma. So that was a creditable performance, considering that she was off for 4.5 months, and of course having her first run up in Gauteng. I can tell you that the pair, that's Belvard and this filly Shikoku, they were well clear of the third horse. I think some 7 lengths back was the third horse, who has since come out to shed the maiden for Fani Branco's Red Carpet Girl. So whilst these two have the race to themselves, the third place horses come through to enhance the form line, which is a major positive. Gavin Larina's got to know her, having partnered her last time out. He had a good feel for the filly. She's drawn pole position over the 7 furlong trip. There's lots in her favor, and all we're hoping for is improvement from one run to the next, and I think she will be hard to beat. So that is going to be our start, and hopefully banking the cash in race number 1. The obvious horse for this weekend is going to be included in our trebles that will be up on the World Sports Betting menu. I mentioned obvious horse, the shortest price favorite for the weekend. She's all the rage, trying to win the triple Tiara and adding her names to the likes of Igugu, Cherry on the Top, Summer Pudding, and of course most recently War of Athena, and her name is Rain in Holland. She's very short, but we're going to use her as an anchor for those trebles on the menu, and this is her race to lose, no doubt about it. She's well clear in the best weighted column. She's an absolute standout. She won the first 2 legs of this triple Tiara very, very easily. She's got on superbly well since Richard Farias partnered her, and I think of the 3 distances, that's the Guineas and the classic 1,600, 1,800 meters respectively, this distance now of 2,450 meters, I think this could be her best trip. There is opposition, as there always is, but they're way below her if you want to judge them by their ratings. Of course, these ratings are over shorter, they've earned their mark over shorter, but I just feel that this filly has got plenty more to come. She's an absolute star. She's been rated by the stable from day one, and we're not going to spend too much of time on her form lines, etc., because she looks like the natural Pick 6 banker in your all to comes for the weekend. Rain in Holland in race number 7. Then I've got two horses at Scottsville on Sunday, and the first of the two will begin in race number 3. And this filly is called Alabama Sky. She's trained by a very informed stable of Lorenzo Karim, fresh off a double midweek, and they'll be hoping that their good form continues. It was really nice to see her show good improvement at a penultimate start. She took a bit of time to find herself. She improved at a penultimate start, and then last time out, well, she confirmed that improvement. Fearless Kitty looked hard to oppose on the form line that she represented, but this filly, she did finish best of the rest. You could see in the latter stages of the race that she was gaining on Fearless Kitty, but of course the post came, too soon for her, and that was over 1,600 meters. And now that she's found her form, don't judge her on a one run that she had over 2,000 meters, which was only a third start. She was badly off form then. She was still finding herself. The 17.50, having watched her over 1,600 last time out, although she's poorly drawn, we'll leave that to Anton Marcus to have a plan and maybe to overcome the draw, whatever position he finds himself in. I think that she will be the fastest finisher, and no doubt the horse to beat, number 11, Alabama Sky, in race number 3. And then our second horse at Scottsville on Sunday will come up in one of the features. It's the Kulu Stakes, a Group 3 over 1,400 meters, and her name is Supreme Quest, and she's a solid filly. You just have to have a look at her record, and it says it all. 12 starts, 2 wins, and 10 places. She's placed at the highest level amongst the age grouped, including a third behind a certain Rain in Holland as a 2-year-old, and that was the Tiquini Stakes. And while she's yet to win this season, she's run some cracking good races. You look at her run in the 3 Troikas, the Swallow Stakes. Even her last start in the Gauteng Fillies Guineas was a blinder, considering the opposition that she took on, 3 lengths behind Rain in Holland. She did take a place in the Classic. Last time out, she went to the start. Rachel Vinico was to partner her. If you missed that race or you don't know, yeah, she did take a place. She went into the starting stalls. Everything seemed fine, and then suddenly she just reared badly, and Rachel was off, and this filly was scratched. So there was a disappointment for the Connections, and they were expecting a good run from her. So hopefully, it didn't happen this bad in her career before, where she played up that badly in the starting stall. So, just to iron things out, I'm sure the Connie Speciard would have taken her back to the starting stalls back home, just reschooled her and make sure that she's calm and everything goes according to plan come race day. She'll have to do the traveling, but she's familiar with surroundings here in KZN. Of course, she hasn't raced at Scottsville, but she has been to KZN, as we mentioned, as a 2-year-old, and we'll see how she goes. I know that the stable are quietly confident that she's very, very well, and they're expecting her to put in a bold performance. In the best weighted column, she's a standout ahead of a Mercury Rising Bold Act, who has beaten her in the past, and of course Kayleen. So this filly Supreme Quest, we'll see if she can get this Group 3, which looks like the ideal race for her to win and start up her engine. Her engine as a 3-year-old. She's already racing as a 3-year-old. She's had some good runs, but to have a first win as a 3-year-old, number 7, Supreme Quest. So those 3 bets will be up on the World Sports Betting menu. And then the Pick 6. Well, we're going to run through the numbers here, guys, for the Pick 6, which will begin in race number 4 at Turffontein on Saturday. And that Pick 6 will start off 13:30. Half+1, get your bets on. 1 million rand carryover and a 5 million rand estimated pool. In the first leg, I've gone with 4 horses, and we're going to give you the numbers. 1, Bohica. 2, Mr. Flood. 4, Winter Stories. And 5, who I think is the horse to beat, True to Life. So 1, 2, 4, and 5 in leg number 1. In leg number 2, we're taking no chances. At the time of recording the show, leg number 2, which is race number 5, a field of 8 runners go to post, and we've included the field there. So a field in race number 5. And then race number 6 over 1,600 meters, the Wilgevorstrift HS Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut Stakes over 1,600 meters. All the range will be Cometidang, the visitor, Michelle Riggs, Harold Crawford, Ashwin Reynolds, Gavin Larina, and the entire team. Well done to the stable for being bold and traveling this horse up. Main mission will be the Premier's Champion Stakes, but the word on the ground is that he's doing superbly well. He's settling there nicely. He's been there now for a few weeks, and he'll be a popular horse on the day for many punters, and he is the natural horse to include. I've backed him up here. I commented then with number 2 Al Mutana, and I've also included the 2 3-year-olds, 11 Captain Lannister and 12 Pyromaniac. So there we've gone 4 horses, 1, 2, 11 and 12. And then the next leg, Rain in Holland, is a banker. That's race number 7, so we bank a 1 there. And then the penultimate leg of that pick 6, which is the World Sports Betting SA Derby, a Group 1 over 2,450 meters. Guys, if you want to get a bet on, if you like a horse on the head for the World Sports Betting South African Derby, World Sports Betting has got a promotion. Up to 2,000 Rand if you back the horse on the head, meaning to win, and your horse runs second. You are guaranteed to get your 2,000 back in free play. So if you're wanting to spend backing your winner on the head, well, it is a risk-free bet if your horse runs second, because usually you back them on the head and you saw many times you run second. It could be a short head, it could be a length, it's a 2 lengths, whatever it is, and it's frustrating, but you'll get your bets back with free play, so you will be able to use that again on World Sports Betting. So that is a good promo that World Sports Betting are having on their website. And in race number 8, what we're going to do here, we're going to include the 3 horses in the pick 6, Red Saxon, Aragosta, which is my top choice, and the unknown in the race, Litigation. Of course, Red Saxon winning very well last time out, adding a 3rd South African Classic to Joe Solma's name as well. It wanted to Lobo's Legend, got the green light, and this horse, I think in the space of 6 years, every alternate year, I'm told, well done, Joe Soma, all the best here, Red Saxon. But Aragosta is going to be my top choice. Litigation is the unknown in the race. Really impressed in that Derby trial last time out. He could be anything going this distance. And then the last leg of the pick 6, well, if we're running, everything's going smoothly and going according to plan. Thus far, it is costing us 384 Rand. So we're going to multiply the last leg by the field in the last, taking no chances. I know Nebras, there's lots of talk for Nebras and the stable companion Blackthorn. It looks to be a very strong coupling, both horses from the Sean Terry stable. I'm sure many will take that stance and just include both horses in the pick 6 to try and reduce the cost of the perm and increase the percentage. But we're going all in here with the field, and if we're running in the pick 6, well, any result will do. Okay, guys, so we'll recap on those numbers and, of course, put it up on the screen now, along with those 2 trebles. The 2 trebles will come up where Rain in Holland is featured in both. And then we got Shikoko in 1, and the other will be Alabama Sky. And then the one with Rain in Holland, the second one will be the 2 at Scottsville, Alabama Sky and Supreme Quest. And then the pick 6, let's go to the pick 6. 1, 2, 4 and 5 by the field, by 1, 2, 11 and 12, by 1 a banker, by 1, 2 and 5. That's the penultimate leg, and then the field at the back, and that perm will cost you 3,072 Rand as a full perm, or we'll call it 308 Rand for 10%. And that's a wrap, guys, of the show, and I hope that you're going to find the right numbers to fill into your perm. Use my perm as a guide if you want, but I suggest play it for a percentage as well. But hopefully all your numbers fall into place with whatever bet you playing this weekend. And on behalf of World Sports Betting, thanks to all the punters, but more importantly and more especially, thanks to you, the punter, the customer, for your valued and continued support. Until next weekend, you take care. Salanigash.